What's going on, Shady People? Shadypenguinn here. Welcome you back to another live Pokemon Wi-Fi battle today against a shady person, Jack, whose Twitter/YouTube link is in the description. He uploads videos as well. Remember, if you want a chance to be featured in one of these battles, go to and follow me on Twitter. My link is down there as well, and that's where I ask for these. So today we are back for our last session of Wi-Fi battles on 6th Gen, ORAS, X and Y, etc. Before Sun and Moon comes out, we are getting closer and closer to the day of release. And we're going to be doing so many battles in Sun and Moon, but we're going to be retiring ORAS, and we're using some shady Pokemon for our last set of battles. Now, we're using a similar team as last time. However, I decided to add Erasmo and Rihanna to the squad. I took off Superior only because I actually took off both of our fire weaknesses, which I think is interesting. We had Ice Baby, who's not really weak to fire because of thick fat. We had Rihanna and we had Scizor. But I noticed, like, hey, we don't need fire type moves. Let me add Rihanna onto the squad. This is actually a Charizard X Rihanna, not a Charizard Y. So we'll see how she does. First time holding an X Megastone. It should be exciting. Well, not the first time. She's done it before. And then we have Erasmo, who actually has Rapid Spin. I totally forgot. And you guys love Erasmo so much. He is one of the fan favorites for sure from our Shady Lock. I love Erasmo. He's seriously one of my favorite Pokemon. So this team, I feel a little less confident with this team going in, but especially since we're going up against another person that uploads YouTube videos, I'm sure they're going to bring a really solid team. And this is kind of just the shady Pokemon that I decided to grab. But if you guys want to decide who's going to be the MVP in today's match, let me know in the comment section below using the hashtag MVP, which stands for most valuable Pokemon, and let me know who's going to be our top dog. Do it now before we see the opponent's team, and then we'll see if your MVP really does play off. Playoff? Payoff. Well, if we nope, no more P's, we're done. No more P words for the rest of the video. Let's find out if I do. Chestnut, Talonflame, Blastoise, Heliolisk, Noivern, and Sylveon. Oh my, Lanta! I hate seeing Talonflame so much. Talonflame triggers me beyond belief, but it's okay. It's okay. He's got no electric immunities, so we can Volt Switch all day with Mayhem. I really do want to get my Stealth Rocks up, though. I really, really do. Yo, I'm just leading with Ice Baby. By the way, I decided to give Ice Baby the Focus Stash. Yo, can we make Focus Stash a Focus Stash instead? I gotta do something with that on Twitch. That's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna get a fake mustache to put on top of my mustache. It will be my Focus Stash. I love ideas. All right, I gotta write this down. Where do I work? I don't have a pen. Give me a pen. We don't have one. All right, I'll remember it. Let me put it in my phone. I'm just gonna text Baby Focus Stash. Baby, I'm gonna text Sarah Focus Stash. I love you too, little note for me, Focus Stash prop. I need it. I need a Focus Stash so bad. That's gonna be my hook. I can't spell stash. What is going on? It keeps autocorrecting to Stacy instead of stash. Oh my gosh. All right, we're jumping into this battle. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Man, oh man, oh man. Let's jump into this, Jack. Let's jump into this. Ice Baby is going to lead the front, and my opponent's going to lead with Nymphia, which is going to be the Sylveon. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Sylveon's going to come out, and this is a little bit of a problem. I might just want to EQ here. Let's Stealth Rock. Let's just get our rocks up right away. The Blastoise could potentially come in for sure. Blastoise could definitely come in. But I'm going to go for Stealth Rocks, get them up. He's got a Talonflame, and Blastoise is his only spinner. So I got to get rid of that Blastoise somehow. I don't know how, but I got to get rid of it. I don't have too much fears of the Blastoise. I think that Cofagrigus might be able to live 2 shots, like 2 Dark Pulses. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe Nymphia just wants to protect and scout. Nope, not gonna protect, not gonna switch. We're gonna have to take it. We're gonna have to eat a Hyper Voice right here. We're gonna have to eat a giant Hyper Voice. We're gonna see Hyper Voice. My opponent has the Noivern, and I really would like to save Ice Baby. I would, but I think I'm just gonna click Earthquake. No, because then Chestnut can come in. I do not have a switch in for a Hyper Voice though. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ice Baby. We're gonna have to work around that Noivern without you, 100%. Because let's get damage off on Nymphia, so we can see if it's leftovers or not. That does a huge amount of damage. So 2 EQs easily would have taken this thing out. We could have been Sylveon-less, which would have been nice. See, I feel like Scizor would have been great here. No leftovers though, so probably Choice Specs. Part of me really wants to go on into Rihanna right now. I know that's so risky, but what does this team have for Rihanna? And I know that he's got a Blastoise, but I can just Dragon Claw that thing. I can just Dragon Dance and then Dragon Claw. Would it be too early to sweep? I honestly don't think so, looking at his team. I mean, he'd have to go into the Blastoise. He'd go for like a Water Pulse because it's neutral and stab. Do a lot of damage, and then Talonflame would have to come in and Brave Bird me. But then he wouldn't get rid of rocks, and Talonflame would be at 50%. That's almost, I'd almost trade a Rihanna for a Talonflame. I almost would. Or we go out into Mayhem here, and we freely click Volt Switch, because there's no reason not to. I'm Choice Spec, so Volt Switch will take the Sylveon out. All right, I just realized the much better, well, not more intelligent, because I don't know if I'm ever gonna get another opportunity like this to set up. I really don't know. I'm gonna click Volt Switch. I have no idea. He's got no immunities. I'm pretty sure that that Heliolisk is going to be Water Absorb, and even if it comes in right now, we have answers. We're gonna see Sunny D the Heliolisk. I love that nickname. Sunny D is gonna come out. Takes Stealth Rock damage and Volt Switch damage, so it should be around 65%. Maybe a little, ooh, 60%, 55 even. Closer to 50, I am down. I am down. So we can go into a Rosmo here pretty safely. Although I do expect Chestnut to come in if I send in a Rosmo, and I'd rather avoid that. I really would. I don't want to bait in the Talonflame with the Coffin. Kind of want to go into Rihanna here. Yo, real talk, watch this play. Watch this play real quick. I'm going to go out into Rihanna. Let Rihanna hit the field. And I'm going to be a risky boy. I'm going to hard switch out into Mayhem. I am going to hard swap out into Mayhem right now just to get in Jack's head. I really hope it works. I really hope you don't click Hyper Voice, man. I will be so upset if you click Hyper Voice. This is Hyper Voice the team with Sylveon and Heliolisk, the Sunny D. Come on, click the Volt Switch. You want to get some damage off on my Charizard X. I know that's what you want when you see this thing. You really do. And it's just, there's no way. Come on, please click Volt Switch. I am begging you for this, Jack. I am begging for you to click Volt Switch. That would just be incredible. I'm going for the bait. Let's see if we get it. Do we get the bait? Do we get the bait? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Let's go. All right. So most Sunny Ds or Heliolisk are choiced in some fashion. We'll find out right now if he is. I'm going to click Volt Switch because there's no reason for me not to. There's literally no reason for me not to. I get to find out if he's faster than me. I'm faster than him, actually. So he's potentially not choice. We are going to get a good amount of damage off here. And now the safe play is for me to go into Cofagrigus because I can eat something. And we might see a Hyper Voice here anyway. So if we can get double immunity back to back, that's 2 in a row. Stupid as flow. Sickest dude that you ever know. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Now I can't really do anything to this guy. I'm not going to lie. I really can't. How bold am I feeling? Do I just go right back out into Jolteon? Oh, I really want to. I really do, but I'll go for Will-O-Wisp. We're gonna see the Hyper Voice! Yes, that's why I didn't want to do it! The mind games with the double immunities. Oh my gosh, if I had anything to hit you with, I would have. Trust me, I really would have. Part of me wants to, right now, go out into... I'm just gonna click Hex. Yeah, I'm just gonna click Hex. No reason for me to bother trying to go on into the Jolteon. Now Jack's gotta think. Gonna go for the Thunderbolt. Okay, that's fine. I could have gone out into the Jolteon there. It was pretty obvious he had to go for Thunderbolt or something, but it's fine. I'm not too concerned about it. I think we had a few super solid turns of immunities. I'm immune, baby! I'm immune. I love it. 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 Oh my gosh. That is awesome. That was such a fun round of turns. If I would have gone on to Jolteon, I would have been the God. I would have been the GAWD. Now, Arm Cannons is going to come out. It can't Rapid Spin while I'm around, so it's going to want to get rid of me by going for a Dark Pulse. I'm going to go for a Pain Split here. Because this Blastoise will outspeed me. Hashtag Arm Cannons. It's going to Mega Evolve and go for the Dark Pulse. I can't see it doing anything else. Mega Blastoise. Hashtag Arm Cannons. There we go. There are those Arm Cannons right there for our viewing pleasure. Show me the Scald, actually. Going for the middle ground play. I'll be able to eat this. Dark Pulse, I wouldn't have eaten the Dark Pulse, wow. But we'll get a good amount off with this Pain Split. Call for Gigas, as far as I'm concerned, has done the darn thing already. Look at this. We got damage on this Mega Blastoise. Mega Blastoise is one of those Pokemon that you really need damage on before you can take it out. However, a Dark Pulse will take us out here, and I'm okay with that. Instead of going, in case he goes for, would I rather just Pain Split? Would I rather Will-O-Wisp? I think I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp. I think I'd rather just get residual damage on this thing. Pain Split would have been fine. Pain Split would have been fine. We're gonna see the Dark Pulse here. I'm sure this is gonna take us out anyway because of the Mega Launcher. So it's really, it doesn't matter what we went for, but I just need a safe switch in. So the Blastoise pretty low, and Heliolisk out of the way. Once again, I can just go out into Mayhem and I can click Volt Switch. My opponent has no switch-ins for it. Considering that the rocks are still up and this Blastoise decided not to Rapid Spin, it was really dangerous for me to Pain Split, actually. Because he could have Rapid Spin. Oh no, he couldn't Rapid Spin against Call for Gigas. That's the whole point. That's why, I literally said that sentence before. Never mind. But we're not gonna let this thing, a Volt Switch Choice Specs will take this thing out from this range. He's gotta switch out. Sylveon maybe comes in. We're gonna see Juggernog. Oh no, that's right. He's got the Chestnut. Does have the Chestnut, but this might be our opportunity to set up right here. This is our opportunity to set up with our Charizard. Because Chestnut's here. I understand, does Chestnut? I think Chestnut gets Stone Edge. So maybe it's not our opportunity. I really don't have another answer though. Either way, I have to go into Charizard. I'm going into Charizard, despite what this thing gets. It does get Stone Edge. Now, I could... It's interesting. I guess I'm gonna, no matter what, I'm gonna, as much as I want to resist the fighting by staying flying, I'm gonna Mega Evolve. And I'm gonna Dragon Dance. I'm gonna straight up Dragon Dance. Let's go. He's gonna stay in. Maybe we'll see the Spiky Shield. I'm kind of hoping he scouts at the Spiky Shield. But this is a Charizard X. Haven't used a Charizard X in such a long time. Like, in an insanely long time. We go for the Dragon Dance here. And I'm guessing we'll see a Stone Edge. We should be able to live it. Maybe it'll miss. A, B, C, D, Leech Seed. Okay. So we see the Leech Seed here. That's usually problematic because we'll see Leech Seed recovery, leftovers, and then a Spiky Shield will usually be pretty bad for us. If he's got the Spiky Shield as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and assume he does have Spiky Shield. I'm gonna Dragon Dance again. I think we'll see a Spiky Shield. We're actually behind in this match right now, guys. We're actually behind. I didn't realize that. It's 5-4. It felt like we had so much swing and momentum. He doesn't Spiky Shield. I was greedy. That was real greedy of me. We're gonna see a Drain Punch here. It is neutral. It's gonna do a good amount. It's gonna recover a lot of HP. He's gonna be back up to full after the leftovers. Doesn't even need the Leech Seed. It's just extra damage for him. And I am nervous now. I'm really nervous. I can't believe it. I'm gonna Flare Blitz here. And if he Spiky Shields, we are in for a world of hurt. There's the Spiky Shield. He got me good. I was reading him. He read me. I'm gonna take damage here. I'm gonna take a good amount of damage between the Leech Seed and the Spiky Shield. This Charizard is not gonna get as much utility as I wanted it to because the Talonflame can just come in and take me out. Actually, I'm gonna go down to my own Flare Blitz. Wow, that was super well played, Jack. Super well played. Completely made my Charizard X useless because of my greed. That was a great read on my opponent's part. He read my greed. You can read the greed sometimes. But we'll get rid of this Chestnut at the very least. Which I'm okay with. I'm okay with settling for that. We still have a Jolteon that's going to put in way too much work. It fantastically played with that read, man. If I would have just clicked Flare Blitz after one D-Dance, I would have been fine. I mean, realistically, Talonflame's going to come in either way. Speaking of which, who do I think is going to come in right now? I guess, realistically, his Blastoise has to come in, quote unquote. Or his Choice Scarfed Noivern has to come in. And I think that's more likely. So we're gonna see Treble, the Noivern, another Hyper Voice user, another sound-based user with Boom Burst. We're gonna see the 25%, and this is kind of what I figured he had to do. He still has the Talonflame. Is Sylveon still around, but just barely? I know he's got Blastoise. As much as I don't want to waste my Unburden with my Fake Out, I think I have to here. I'm just going to Fake Out. We're going to Fake Out. I was hoping Talonflame would come in, honestly, but we're gonna get a normal gym boosted Fake Out. It's not going to do a crazy amount, which is interesting to me, but my speed is doubled. I should outspeed this thing. I'm going to go for the Stone Edge. We should be fine to get this Stone Edge off. Erasmo, please come through. Man, it felt like we had so much momentum, and we're probably going to lose this one. We're probably going to lose this one now. Well, the Noivern can't come in forever, which is good. We just need a little bit more damage on it, and it can only come in. Like, if we get the Stone Edge off, it's dead, obviously. So if he's not... Yes! Yes! Awesome! All right, we can win this. We can win this. We can win this now. That is super effective. That's fine. That's fine. I think Erasmo can sweep it up, besides the Talonflame. I can't switch out Erasmo, though. As much as I would love Erasmo to get a sweep on one of our last battles for this generation, I cannot switch out Erasmo. It's not an option. Because if I were to switch out Erasmo, even if I go into my low tick on the Talonflame, if I click Swords Dance, we're going to be in big trouble. Here comes the Fiaro, the Talonflame. Gonna take 50%, and I'm going to click Stone Edge because I have to. As much as I want to switch out into my low tick because Brave Bird is so very obvious, the only way my opponent wins this is with a read. Like, I have to make the wrong play and switch out into my low tick, and he has to click, well, he has Acrobatics. That's right, there's no item on there. Never mind. Doesn't even need a Brave Bird. Down goes Erasmo. And now we go on into Mayhem. We go on into Mayhem. I think we just click Thunderbolt at this point. We don't even click Volt Switch. We just click Thunderbolt 3 times, and Mayhem should be able to bring it home. Should be able to bring it home. I didn't want to bother going out into my low tick because then Blastoise can switch in, Skull's going to do nothing, I have the Toxicate, it's a whole big to-do. With Mayhem, I can live in Acrobatics, I resist it, thankfully. And we should be fine. We should be good with this. Thunderbolt will take out Blastoise, I outspeed. Thunderbolt will take out the Sylveon, I outspeed. And we're going to see a Roost here. I don't know what that will end up doing for you, though. I don't think this will end up working out in your favor. This will still do over 50%. You're a Talonflame. I'm a special 110. And the Para! That's what you get when you let your heart win. I've been singing Paramore all morning. Whenever I hear Paramore, that's what you get when you let your heart win, my friend. I don't think the Para matters. We're going to see the Acrobatics anyway. So the play that he had to make anyway comes out. We resist it. We eat it up. Mayhem's going to go for the Thunderbolt. I still can't get over how well played the Chestnut was and how just he read my greed. He knew I was going to D-Dance turn 1. And then he knew I was going to D-Dance turn 2, expecting the Spiky Shield. It was perfect, Jack. That was such a good play. Of course, I had fun with the Cofagrigus and the Jolteon switch-ins, the baiting of the Volt Switch, and then the bait of the Hyper Voice. But Arm Cannons after Stealth Rocks, I mean, even before Stealth Rocks, I don't even know if a Bengal Blastoise can live at 100%, unless it's Calm, Max Special Defense, Max HP. A Choice Specs Thunderbolt from a Jolteon? That's just wild. So Mayhem's gonna get a nice sweep. Give Mayhem the broom. Get him hired as the janitor at your school. He does a great job sweeping it up. And this is going to be the game right here. Nymphia versus Jolteon. Cousins, always fighting at family reunions. These two, they are always arguing about who is prettier. Obviously, Nymphia, like, she thinks she deserves that title, but Jolteon's got some fanboys, let me tell you. Or fangirls. It's both. He has both. But that was a great battle, Jack. I hope you enjoyed. This is going to be the 100th battle and the final battle on my opponent's channel. So if you want to check that out, that link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, of course, hit subscribe down below so you don't miss any of our Pokemon content. I love you so much, but I'm going to get the hashtag out of here. Have yourselves a good day. But above all else, keep it shady.